real.
That doesn't surprise me. So
Listen,
it just happened.
the thing is, we thought that, and I was, the truth of the matter is, Janine, hi, I'm Nadine Burroughs Jameson, your host, and this is my friend Janine Bookwalter, your co-host.
Hi, and welcome to Shooting the Breeze with Nadine and Janine.
Our lineup for the Independence Day show is what's going on in Harrisburg, what's in the news, our topic of the day, drop some pearls of wisdom on me, and of course, our stinker of the week. So, Janine, before we get into all that, tell me, this is the 4th of July weekend. What do you do to celebrate?
Well, sometimes we have family get togethers. However, this time it's going to be quiet. I'm going to get together with my sister and we're going to cook out on the grill,
Mm-hmm.
make some barbecued chicken and some vegetables
Nice.
that are grilled, and probably watch a movie. And to be continued, that's part of life. We'll just excuse the cell phone and go on from there.
Yes, indeed. Excuse it.
All right. So, Independence Day means a lot to me and to many, many people across America.
Sure.
Of course, it is our freedom with just being able to speak freely and make choices that are good for our
Mhm.
lives.
Mm-hmm.
It has special meaning to me though because I came from a very, very rough childhood and over the years have learned to make quality decisions and things that are right for my life. And I feel a freedom in being who I am
Mhm.
as an adult and not being controlled by people and so that's good. Just bear with us. It's one of the other things that sometimes happen on TV.
Yes.
And so I just am looking forward to celebrating it and thinking of all the good things that I'm grateful for
Yeah.
and the freedom that I live in here in the United States of America.
Yeah. Yeah, well, my sister, like I said, my sister's here from Philadelphia. My sister Missy, and maybe Bill will throw a couple ribs on the grill or some hot dogs or hamburgers. Who knows? Um, and it's really all about just being with the family and just whatever. It don't have to be no great big picnic or anything like that. Just
Right.
getting together, just celebrating. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly. So let's find out what's going on in Harrisburg.
I'd love to.
Well, we have the Seldom Scene, SCENE. Okay, and this is Saturday, July the 3rd, HMAC in the Capitol Room, Harrisburg, PA. The tickets are $20 to $25, and this event is for all ages. Um, Scene forming nearly 50 years ago, the Seldom Scene has brought forth both freewheeling joy and immaculate musicianship to their inventive take on bluegrass, offering up spirited interpretations of songs from limitless genres. Janine, do you know anything about bluegrass? Because I don't.
I really don't know a lot about it,
Mm-hmm.
but I do know that a lot of people in this area go to different concerts and
Mhm.
venues that have it. And I know that the music is kind of like a more laid back, calm, serene
Mm-hmm.
kind of music that you can just chill to and relax
Just
with a cold
lessons,
drink
yeah.
and just
Yeah.
share with company and friends.
Sure.
It's
Nice.
popular in this area actually.
Okay. Nice.
So
Nice. Okay. Also, we have the reading of the Declaration of Independence. John Harris Jr., the founder of Dauphin County and the city of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, will be reading the Declaration of Independence from the front porch, of his house on this coming 4th of July, which is tomorrow. Happy 4th of July, everyone out there. And also, if you want, you can join Corina Joy for a solo performance live in the courtyard at Spring Gates Vineyard. Corina Joy is a Central Pennsylvania singer/songwriter whose electric piano-driven melodies combine folk, jazz, and pop influences. So, if you're not busy, you want something to do, go out and check out the things I just mentioned to you. Alrighty then. So Janine,
Yes.
I think it's time for what's in the news.
Oh boy, that's a mouthful. I chose this week to do the topic on the condo collapse. The comment was made that condos just don't fall. Even 40-year-old condos just don't fall without something being horribly wrong with them. There were 136 units, 80 of them were occupied. The Champlain Towers, which is the name and location, the setting of it, is set in Surfside, Florida, which is near Miami Beach. They were in the process of repairing this condo and upgrading it to qualify for recertification when the building wing collapsed. Now, when I read that, I thought, okay, some heads are going to roll. I don't know whose heads are going to roll,
Right.
but somebody's going to be in trouble for this. I was thinking, is it something that was ignored for a long time? With repairing, did one repair lead to the other repair, like a cause and effect type
Right.
thing?
Right.
And I started thinking, well, if I was, and blah, blah, blah. And then I just thought, you don't even have the details of what happened.
Right.
And people are guilty of that. Rather than stay calm, they let their emotions run and they start
Yes.
giving opinions of this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
When new information comes in the
All
next
time,
day,
yes.
and the next day, and the next day. So I thought,
Right.
just take a deep breath and start to read about it, listen to the reports, and find out what's happening. Now, the New York Times reported that 3 years before the deadly collapse, a consultant found evidence of major structural damage. This affected the concrete slab that was below the pool deck,
Right.
and abundant crackling and crumbling at the columns, beams, and walls of the parking garage underneath the 3-story building. The consultant briefed the people that though some of this damage was minor, most of the concrete deterioration needed to be repaired in a timely fashion.
Right.
Now, the key word in this particular thing
Timely.
is timely.
It's timely,
You're
yes,
right.
Sure.
I think, personally, and this is my opinion, that timely meant get up and get something done now. That was a calmer way of saying that it needs to be done, and
Yes.
it needs to be done now. And if you don't want to scare the people
Yeah.
terribly, you might use that wording too.
Exactly.
According to the news organization, the engineers' report helped shape plans for a multi-million-dollar repair project that was set to get underway soon. Multi-million-dollar means that there was a lot of structural damage.
Damage,
You're
sure.
inferring between the lines, you're
Right.
using that reading skill of inferring,
Right.
and that there was no joke, things were
Right.
going to happen.
Right.
So now, listen to this. More than 2.5 years after the building managers were warned, things started to happen. However, the building suffered a catastrophic collapse in the middle of the night, Thursday, June 24th, 2021, trapping sleeping residents in a massive heap of debris. The Red Cross and the community center offered help to the people. Now I want to take this from a different angle of just thinking about some of the things that happen when you don't have all the facts. Speculation is something that you need to be aware of. Do not speculate about the crisis. It's too early at this stage of the game. They need hours to collaborate, to investigate, and to record the data and findings that they have, to put everything together, to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And guess what? I don't think some of the pieces will ever be found out. But the information is subject to change. Alan Kilshmer, the world-renowned structural engineer, came in with his crew of people to investigate this and to find out what the real reason was. Now listen, the first report that came out, 99 were unaccounted for and one person was dead. The second report, which just came out a little bit later, 159 were unaccounted for and 4 were dead. The third report was that 150 were missing and 11 died. So they don't know everything yet, much less what caused the collapse. It's not quite easy, and it leads to hours of investigation and processing. So it's important to not say anything that you could regret later on. Wait till all the facts come in. Be forthcoming when people give you data. If they knew that things were starting to fall apart, somebody needed to ask for help and say this is happening and get the crews there to get it repaired. I think at times there was information that wasn't shared. For example, a study was mentioned between 1993 and 1999. Now listen to this. It showed the building was sinking at a rate of about 2 milliliters per year. Building in that area was found out that was put on top of wetlands. So that might have been some of the reason for the building shifting. They said that they were moving at a higher rate, but some of the people didn't think that that was anything to be concerned about. That I don't understand. 3 years before, failed waterproofing of the pool under was weak. And what did you mention